guess I'll put the top in. Oh, I got a bump. Only when I go forget it's here and I go to scratch it. Sorry, I was watching this picture of of the Indian gentleman that left India. He got his doctor's degree and everything, his license to be a doctor, and he came to America and stayed in Canada with his uncle, but upon getting there, he could not, everybody turned him down because he was from another country, and he was a doctor, so his first, he ran into, he was walking the street sad and whatever after he went to about 10 interviews and they all turned him down. And he ran into a Indian guy that was a cab driver. The name of the movie is Dr. CABBIE. They arrested him. I was paying attention. So they come in, he's at some party. But anyway, he runs into the guy. The guy see him sad and everything. And he said, come on, get in my cab. I'll make you laugh, whatever the case would be. Sure enough, they became the best of friends. He took him, he needed a job, so he took him to his job, which was a cab driver. The cab driver man hired him. His first run was a lady that was complaining. She had a doctor's appointment and she was complaining about different things of her ailments, and he was asking her questions and all that stuff, and she was like, you should have been a doctor, but he never said nothing. So his next ride was a woman that he met inside a store that like a cafe type of store, and he walks out. He tell her that the day was bad, blah 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 blah, and walks out. So now he's riding around in the cab this first day. Now it's the nighttime of his job. He's riding in the cab with the same friend, Indian friend, because they're both Indians. I want to emphasize that because that's what the movie's about. It's an Indian movie. So he they're riding along, and he's trying to, because he said that he was he was working all day and he didn't get no rides. So the guy was trying to show him how to get in. That was, of course, hitting on girls. But the girl the first time he hit on the girl, it was his girlfriend. But anyway, that's a horse of another color. But the girl that they're hitting on now is the girl that works in the store, in the cafe. So he gets out and he apologizes and he's saying da 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 da. Let me take you home because it's gonna rain. Now the night skies is clear and everything. So she's like, where this rain coming from? But sure enough, it starts raining. Why? She does get in the car, and she's pregnant. When she turns around, he sees that she's pregnant, and he's like, when did you become pregnant? Like, you know, you don't really see it. He didn't see it because she was behind the counter. So he automatically thought that she wasn't. So making a long story short, she goes into labor in his car, and his friend's taping it. First, she told him not to. Then she said, well, if you do something wrong, I can sue him. Tape it. So he tape it. He puts it on social media. I said a lot of people don't like social media, but sometimes social media can help you. And okay, so don't have to remember I told you he went to jail. So the lawyer, oh, she's a lawyer. The lawyer was her girlfriend. Oh, she's a lawyer. The girlfriend, and okay. So the girl that had the baby had a baby in his car. His friend sent it viral. It went viral, and everybody was like calling into the company where he worked, wanting to know different help for their different ailments. So the man, the supervisor or the boss was listening to all the calls that was coming in, and one of the guys said, hey, I forgot his name. They said his name was saying, hey Sam, somebody keep calling here for some doctor. Ain't no doctor here. But he knew that the guy was a doctor. So now when the guy comes in, all the workers is sad and stuff. And he's like, what's going on? He said, well, if they're going to fire you, they should have fired him, you know? And he was like, what, I'm getting fired because of this? And the boss comes out and gives him an envelope and tells him that's his suspension papers. He said, open it. So, you know, why would somebody tell you to open your suspension papers on your site? On the site where you're being fired. They just give you the paper and tell you to leave it. Right? So when he opened it up, it was his own license for his own car. The boss gave him a car. Gave him a car, and he was able to practices his doctorship in the back of his cab. He gave him a bigger cab so he had more room. They call it the square cab. So he had more room. So now, as I said, he went to jail. So his girlfriend, is the one that had the cab, they wind up going out together. So while they was at some kind of ceremony, Indian ceremony, they came in and arrested him. Now the arrest came from the girlfriend's baby's dad, because they real rich, and the grandfather, which is the boy's father, want him to, I guess, sabotage the boy or whatever. So that's what they out to do. So that's where we at. But I have the, what you call that? Where you can read what the people saying. I got that on. Excuse me. So they are at the courtroom. She's representing him. And then the lawyer, she's tall. She didn't seem that tall. She's taller than him, where he's right here. And you know what he's looking at, right? Man, it's so perverted, if that's a word. And then it's a woman. I know it's a male judge. Charles. Hey, what's up with the red thing? He looks so nice. I guess that's Canada. Oh, they putting him in. Oh, because he was running, what's the name, inside, in the back of the car. Oh, I guess they're getting him for taking money. Practicing as a doctor I guess how would you say it? Non-sanitized place and not in an office or something like that. See, I guess when it comes to the medical, you gotta be so careful where you practice at. You know? It's not like being a lawyer. You can practice. I think you can be a lawyer out on the street, but you can't be a doctor on the street unless, I guess they gave you that permission to be a doctor on call. And but plus he's from India, so you know, America's so crazy. You know, people struggling to survive. I know this is a movie, but some people, I'm sure this resembles somebody's life, struggling to survive in America, and somebody comes in and just mess it up for them, and that's the end of their life. And when I say they life, they don't kill themselves, but they can't survive no more. They have to go back to where they came from and be deported. And Canada look like New York. He's so stupid. His friend is up there. You know, he's telling him, oh, somebody. Oh, wow. This is his boss. His boss had cancer. Got cancer, rather. And he helped him. He's on the stand now. There's a lot of people in this country, they need doctors. And you got your head, and you can't see you got a really good one sitting right there in front of you. I'm on my way out, but he just might save your life one day. you're gonna beat it, kid. Yeah, his boss had cancer. I keep saying got cancer, and he came to the courts in a wheelchair to testify. I guess his court is in, oh, it looks like it's coming out. What time is it? Oh, it's 5 minutes after 9. If I get out of here by 10, I can make it back. Because I know in the thing it didn't show no, on the news, well, on the news, I gotta take that back. On the phone, on the weather app, it did say it was gonna rain from, I think, 8 to 9 o'clock. And it's about 9 now. It's 10 after 9. I'm feeling a little sadness, but not a big one like it was with Pastor Glover. Oh my God. That's sadness. I got some videos. I did a couple of videos on it. It's entitled Sadness. I couldn't understand it. I kept saying, Lord, what is this? And I had said in one of the videos, the sadness is not like an immediate person, like somebody like in my immediate family. But I was saying it's somebody that I know, but that it must have lingered with me for a year, for this whole year. And now that I'm thinking about it, around the time that Pastor Glover was getting sick, it was getting stronger and stronger. Okay, we're back to the court. Who is this? Oh, it's just all over. I answer first and why. When I overheard my mom and dad say that I had shamed them and they would rather die. Ah, that's that girl. I decided to take my own life. To let them live. Now tell us the night that did Mr. Corporate, did he call 911? No. No. Did he call social service? No. Did you go to your parents? No. I cover any way influence you just didn't take your life. No. He saved my life. But he did give you a bottle of illegal prescription drugs. Illegal? Oh, that's what that's about. Is that correct? Yes. How you giving Thomas Cooper was an irresponsible young man? No. Who failed in his basics of the objection, Your Honor. Sustain. I stand corrected, sir. Sustain means, oh yeah. Careful, Mr. Wiltshire. Yes, sustain means that the judge is going to allow the question to go forth. Overrule means that the question, right, can't go forth. Oh, they deporting him? They at some airport. Or maybe they just talking. I don't know. Okay, so they back in court. Can you tell me how you justify the tip? Wheelchair, that is 5 times your cab fare. Also, now he's on the stand. Sir, from what I understand, in some professions, people charge $50 for just 5 minutes of service. I might say prostitutes, lawyers. Order. I'm glad that you're having a good time here, Mr. Cooper. Chopra. But tell me, there are millions of needy in India. Uh-oh. Yet you fly 7,000 miles to come here and treat people for free. I came here to heal people, no matter where they come from. That's very, very moving and so sincere. But tell me, did you at any time know that what you were doing was illegal? No, because I didn't even think so. I had taken an oath. Yes or no, Ms. Cooper? No. I hope you say no. Yes. Oh, really? I didn't even know that was illegal. I'm learning something. Yes, I did. Thank you, Mr. Cooper. I didn't know. You may step down, Mr. Cooper. I didn't know that was illegal to, I don't know which part they saying is illegal. The illegal part of taking the money or illegal part of being a doctor in the back of a car. Everybody looking sad because he said that he knew it was illegal. So that's like admitting to your wrong. I swear to fulfill to the best of my ability and judgment. We're finished with the witness. Please, Your Honor. May I always act so, the finest tradition of my calling, and long experience the joy of healing those who may seek my help of him. I remember that I do not treat a fever chart, a cancerous growth, but a sick human being. I remember that I remain a member of society. He must be quoting his doctor vows. I will respect the hard-won scientific gains of those physicians in whose steps I walk. I remember that warm sympathy and understanding is showing him as a little boy helping people. I weigh the surgeon's knife or the chemic's drug. I will not permit race, religion, nationality, or social standard. Is this an oath that a doctor got to intervene between my duty and my patient? Wow. If I do not violate this oath, may I represent while I live, remember affectionately thereafter. Your Honor, may I? Okay, the lawyer can. Dr. Cooper, what did you just recite? Oh, we're about to find out what he was reciting. The Hippocratic Oath. Why? Because I swore to it. Dr. Cooper, do you believe that what you did was right? With all my heart, yes. And had I not done so, I would have betrayed my profession and everything I believe in. Thank you, Your Honor. So in other words, he would have been going against his doctoral. Do you want our great medical system to be run by cabbies? No. I urge you to disregard Mr. Cooper's celebrity status and his phony philanthropy, and keep in mind his utter contempt for the law. Utter contempt. Dr. Cooper is a doctor of medicine. This is his lawyer talking. He upheld an oath that transcends borders, languages, cultures. Members of the jury, I ask you, what if you were in the back of that cab? That's true. Get people into where? Would you find this man guilty? Let them go to where no other man going before. What if it was the life of your child? Protest this chanting, CABBIE. We love you, Dr. CABBIE. We love you. And he got a whole protest going on for him. He got a lot of supporters. I'm trying to get you to deliver my baby. Baltimore. Oh, that was a commercial. Yeah, so, oh, my leg. Yeah, so if I get myself ready to get out of here by 10, I'll get there. If I leave 10:30, I get there by 11:30. Or quarter to 12. I tell you. People don't understand the reason why there's so much fighting against one another. And when I say one another, it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody that you know. But they fighting against you. Because that is the realm that's going on in the spiritual world. The devil has to come and interfere because he knows his time is ending. Not winding up, because it already wind up. It wind up. Over 2,000 years ago when Jesus came and died on the cross for us to live again. It wind up then. Now he's in a time where it's ending. And that is the reason why we're hearing of so much killing, so much death, so much wars. And I want you to pay attention to the natural part that's happening today. The hurricanes, the storms, the tornadoes. You know, that is a part of nature that God controls. Oh, back to it. Has a jury reached a verdict? Yes. On the charge of impersonating a doctor, what say you? Not guilty. On the charge of criminal negligence, causing bodily harm, not guilty. And possessing and dispensing controlled drugs without a license, guilty. They had to guilty him on that because he couldn't do that. The prosecution recommends a minimum 4-year jail term. After which, since Cooper is not a citizen of our country, we recommend that he be deported. Can't do that. Order! Bloody idiot. I'll pronounce the sentence in 2 hours. So he got convicted to dispensing illegal drugs. So he could lose his license. Where are we going? Where are we going? Your Honor, I'd like to present important evidence before sentencing the accused. That's what I meant. Evidence comes before the guilty, not guilty thing. It's against my better judgment, but you may proceed. She getting ready to present some honor. To consider the value of document deportation would serve his new wife and child. Who was a bachelor when his trial started? What am I missing? Well, they went and got married. I guess he can't get deported if he married. Do you have the marriage license? Here you go. Thank you. Marriage license? Yeah, you sign that when you sign me. Always read the fine print. Nervous, me too. It's my first time. Do you want me to marry you? Only so I can stay in this country? No, I want you to marry me because you love me. You shaking his head no. No. No, idiot. What is he doing? Is there an objection? Yes, I object. Depu, don't. I'm sorry, I can't marry you. Not like this. Depu. Oh, he stopped her. He got on his knees. Natalie, I don't know what tomorrow will bring, but with you as my wife and Ganesh as my son, I know I can face it. I promise to love you both forever. Aww. Will you marry me? Of course I will. So everybody thought that he wasn't gonna marry her, but he wanted to propose to her. Oh, that was nice. I'm so happy. And now we're happily married. Let's see. Thank you, Miss Wilman. But prescribing drugs without a license, he didn't put the but, I put the but, has meant ruin for many before you. But I see more gain in sentencing you to 500 hours of community service than putting you in jail. And you will not practice without a license. Oh, he ain't got no license. Considering your deep family ties in this country, it is this court's decision not to deport you. Everybody's cheering, yay, yay, we did it, yay. The court is adjourned. Oh, you should see the prosecutor. I failed. I won't get paid for this case. Good job, everybody. Good job. We did it. Let's go. Let's go. Natalie, let's go. This is a good thing, right? Oh my gosh, that's his friend. Oh, Deepak, I love you. I love this guy. That's the guy that he met in the cab. All right, let's see. Seriously, since my baby told me a lot of your vagina, that's a compliment. You know what? You wouldn't have given some doc a second chance if it hadn't seen your powered caddy in the back of your car. Leave it to both. He's drunk. What did you say? I said birdie num num. Pow! Punch him in the face. That's the baby father. Disrespect. He disrespected. Are you okay? Well, she hit him where it hurt. You know, man, I love to see the Taj Mahal. Is that in India? Okay, ring in. Is that in India? I love their clothes. Clothes is real. You know, that's one clothes people don't wear. In Africa, the people just married white princess with milky skin and golden hair. Oh my goodness. They dancing. Back in India, they all happy for them. What I was gonna say is that Black History Day, 2 years later, Dr. Cooper, radiology. How are you feeling? You look like he went, oh, she's pregnant again. He's carrying the boy, the bag. You know what I'm saying. You got it. You don't want me to fall in love with another cabbie, do you? Just make sure he's not a doctor. I'm living the life. Okay, so the music coming. So now, what I was gonna say? Oh yeah, Black History Day, we dress up with different attires, which seem to always point towards Africa. Right? I know, and I'm saying it because that's what I put on. This last, oh, they say it's based on a true story. This last year's, what's the name? I did Coretta King. I think I got a video of it. And I dressed as a widow. I did I dressed like her. I wish I could have got the clothes that they wore, that she wore, because I was looking at the clothes that she wore. She wore very simple clothing that is very hard to find over here in our society. We would have to go, to be honest, in the Jewish society to find those modern clothing. See, they don't give it to us. They don't give it to us. You know what I'm saying? And we have to take our clothing and make it modest. Because the modest clothing, no offense to the Jews, is in the Jewish vicinity. I would have to go over to their stores and buy certain clothing, certain skirts, certain dresses. I mean, you can't afford them. A hat, I was working for a Jew, and I went in their store, and their stores is like little boutiques. It's not like ours. Every last one of their stores is a boutique, except, no, it is a boutique. They got a store that, I went into a store, let me put it that way, that when you walk in there, they have so many different kind of clothing in there. Dresses, skirts, stuff like that. But, I mean, there's no but. It's big store. On the outside, it looks small, but when you walk in there, it's spread out. It got a lot of length. It got a lot of, not length, it got a width and height. Because they will have clothes all the way up here, almost to the ceiling. But that was in the Jew area. And believe it or not, they will come over to our area. I would see them in Conway. I'll see them in, what's the other big store we had? There's a store on Church Avenue called Barbie's. I'll see them in there. You know. And you know, different stores that, some of these stores I worked in, right? And some of the stores just normal stores like Macy's and stuff like that. But they will come over to us. You didn't too much see any of us over in their area to buy their clothing. So just like I said, I went inside one of their boutiques that sold hats. Picked out a nice little hat for my head, because I don't like them wide brim hats that the Saints wear today. That wasn't for me, because my face is too small for it. And I don't want to look stupid. I want to look nice. I don't want to look stupid. And when I used to wear my hats, I used to wear them down the head to the point where somebody picked it up and said, "Why you wear your hat on your forehead?" They didn't know why. I said, "Oh, that's how I like it." So I wouldn't have to look at people that were looking at me crazy because I was so skinny. So I would put the hat down here so I wouldn't have to look at nobody. And I could sneak peeks and look at whoever was looking at me crazy. But I went in that store and asked them how much they had. They had was $500. Yeah, that's how I looked. But it was worth it because the material was handmade. They made their own clothing. That's why they had their own community. Whatever they sold, they made. So whatever they sold, they got it from their own people. They didn't get it from outside people. If I'm correct. Before I started wearing wigs, I would go in to their wig store. I went into a wig store. They had a wig boutique. I went inside there, and let me tell you something. Their wigs was $2,000. It just looked like a regular hair. But it's how it was made. They made their hair. It wasn't machine weft. They hand tied, hand made it they self. Some of the stores I would go in the back, you would see where I guess they worked at. I'll be right back.